Failure is one of those things from my past that I was so afraid of. I was so worried to ever make a mistake in my job, double, triple checking things, micromanaging people, didn't want to let a customer down, couldn't fail on a shipment, to then stepping into an ownership role and accepting the fact that failure is hopefully not a part of your everyday, but it's definitely a part of your company, who you are. Looking back, sometimes you don't even realize that you failed, but you see how you would have handled a situation differently, which in turn could be a failure. So I've watched my company, Candor, from really the birth, obviously, with how we dealt with our clients. And so we've kiboshed the word failure. That's not something that's in our vocabulary. We look at the word as gaps. So when we're having a shipment in transit, we've identified through numerous occasions of a gap and how a gap stopped us from having a success. So it's ultimately the foundation of all of our values that we have, every ounce of tweaking of customer service that we have that has really elevated our company. So that's where the gap concept came in, was how did we hit that gap and how do we plug that gap? And so we just removed that concept of failure in our everyday business to how do we fix that? So I just want everyone to understand that if it's not part of your reoccurring process to come across issues, failures, identify those, create solutions, that's where you could be struggling. Instead of taking these gaps and turning them into learning opportunities to ultimately lead you down the path of success, but success constantly tweaking. I hope you guys join us on the 28th of April. We're going to have LLC's second podcast and episode coming out that's all on this topic of failure. So if you guys have comments, questions, stories that you want to share with us for our show, we'd love to answer those from the 5 other women coming up this next Wednesday. Talk to you guys soon.